Hey girl, hey, it's me, Dreamless Hair, and I am back with another video. I am so excited for today's video because I have not done one of these in so long. Girl, we are doing a girl boss interview, and today's girl boss is gonna knock your socks off, okay? Today we are talking with Shaneika, the owner of Dreamless Hair, and if you're interested in learning how she built her hair company, just keep on watching. So y'all, today we are chatting with Shaneika. She is the owner of Dreamless Hair, a hair company that's been around for some years now. And y'all, I'm just getting to her story. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. How about you?
I'm good. Before we get into your brand, I want to break it down. People who don't know you, tell us about who you are. Not just the brand, who you are.
All right, so I'm originally from Harrisburg, which is about an hour and 30 minutes from Philadelphia, but I am now in Philadelphia. I moved here about 2014. I moved here because I was going to school to get my master's. I went to Lincoln University to get my bachelor's in criminal justice with a minor in psychology. So I was like, I'm going to get my master's. I went to Westchester University to get my master's. So it's just like, Philly's closer to Westchester. So I'm like, let me just make this move. But before I did move to Philly, I took a year off.
Okay.
Worked at an old job before I went away to college. They let me come back. Had that full time, and then I worked somewhere else part time so I could get money to move.
Get the money.
Right. Then I finally moved in 2014. It was kind of like a fast transition because I got into Westchester first, and then I had to find an apartment.
Okay.
So, and I've been in Philly since 2014. So I'm here. I still working 9 to 5.
Okay.
And run my business.
Yes.
So I was going to school and working full time when I started my business in 2015.
Okay. So y'all don't know, but I met Shaneika 3 years ago at Bronner Brothers. We met through Nisha, and it was just something about her aura, her grind, all of it. But then I learned that you was from Pennsylvania. And when I tell you that the real hustlers come from up north, I just don't think there's no place like it. I think when you think about like Milano and we just breed so many of the hustler females. Like it's a different kind of female that come from up north. How do you think being from PA, living in Philly, all these things have affected you and how you run your business?
Well, first of all, there's not a lot of entrepreneurs in my family.
Okay.
So that came from me it just came out of nowhere because being an entrepreneur was never on my mind growing up.
Yeah.
I knew I always wanted to have a bomb-ass job. I knew I always wanted to make money, but the entrepreneur thing was the last thing on my mind.
Yep.
And it wasn't because my mom and my dad didn't say you couldn't be that. It was just always, I want to be a lawyer. Yeah. I want to be a teacher. Yeah. I want to be this. I want to be that. It was like entrepreneur. No, because I'm really not like a people person.
Yeah.
So it just happened out of nowhere. And I think my dad's mom was an entrepreneur. She had owned her own restaurant, but I didn't know that until years later.
Okay.
So I think it was like in me. I just didn't know.
Yeah, of course, it's always in you. It never just comes out of nowhere. Yep. Let's take it back just a little bit, okay? You wanted to be a lawyer and were dealing with the FBI. How did you transition? How did you end up being the owner of a company?
It happened like out of nowhere. Like it wasn't around my birthday, so my anniversary is in July. My birthday is in July.
Okay.
And I ordered hair for my birthday.
Okay.
And it clearly wasn't the best batch of hair because and at the time, I really didn't know a lot about hair. Yeah. I knew that I loved it. I like wearing it. But as I'm getting it installed and things like that, I realized that the hair was I went to go wash it. It was running out black. Then I got it installed. It was when you get bad batches of hair, it's tangled. It's not holding the curl. So I'm just like, oh, I can't go through this again. And it was my birthday, so it was I had to what I had. That's all I had. So I had to make it work.
Okay.
So I'm just so my business was built off of my bad experience.
Yes.
I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. I mean, I know no business is perfect, right? But I don't want them to go through that experience, especially on their special day, like your birthday. You plan that out.
Yeah, you have idea. You know.
The last thing you need to be worried about is my hair being messed up.
Yeah. That's the worst. You don't want to do nothing. Your hair, it's something about your hair, like, when your hair's not right, when my hair not done, don't ask me to go out to eat. I'm barely going to the grocery store, honey. It's, especially being a black woman, it's just so much, like, you can't.
We love our hair.
Yes.
It makes us, and that's one of the things, like, within my mission is, like, it's enhancing that beauty. We already know that we're beautiful, but it's like we go from period to period. Like, we get high, we go crazy.
Yes.
Like, it just puts us in a mood, like, even if you don't have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Your hair is done, and you just, now all of a sudden you answering phone calls, you want to go here.
You want to FaceTime. Let me show you something.
You want to do everything.
Yeah. That's the bad part. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, from your birthday to you launching your business, what was that in between period? Like, was it like, were you self-doubting yourself? Was it like, am I tripping? Do I really need to do this? Or were you like, I'm going to just go all in? Like, why not? What I got to lose?
At that time, I was in a space where it's like, I'm going to just do this. I didn't have no doubt. I didn't really second guess myself, because now as I'm in my business, I feel like I second guess myself more than ever. Like, as I look back, it wasn't no second guessing. It was, this is what I'm going to do, this research. I'm going to pull this money out of my savings.
Yeah.
I'm going to think of a name. I'm going to Google if anybody has this name. Because at first when I started brainstorming names, I could not find the name.
Yeah, that's like, always the hardest thing.
A name, it just did not come to me. But for some reason, Dreamless Hair found me. Like, once I stopped really, like, searching, it just came to me.
How did it come to you?
If I could go back, it probably was like a couple, because it was in 2015. It probably took a couple of nights of doing research, because, you know, when you're researching names, and I didn't notice until I got deep into my business that you wanted to find a name that nobody else had.
Yeah.
At that time, I didn't think, you know, as far as like trademarking, LLCs, and things like, I didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
So it really just popped out of nowhere, like Dreamless Hair. That works.
Yes.
Like, that's perfect.
Yes.
Name a hair company that you know that has Dreamless Hair. You may hear Dream Hair or something, but you don't hear Dreamless Hair.
Yeah, that's so true. That is so true. So, y'all don't know, but like she said, started her business in 2015. You were 23 years old. At 23, you don't know nothing, okay? You think you know everything, but you really, like, you have no idea what the future holds. Even though you over 21, so you grown.
Right.
Being 23 and starting a business, was there anything that you learned as a kid? Like you said, you didn't know that your relative was a business owner. Was it things like you had already built up inside of you that helped you start that business?
I was the one person out of my group of friends that I grew up with that went away to college.
Okay.
They stayed home and did like became nurses and things like that, but nobody went away. So I guess me always being that person that, even though like I'm a bit reserved, I had no problem taking that extra step if I wanted to do something. I just was like, I would tell the people who I want to tell, share my idea with, and then whether they liked it or not, I really didn't care. I kind of just did, because the funding was coming from me. So I just went with it.
That is the resilience in you. That is the ambition. That is the by any means I'll try it. Because I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You having that stepping out on faith. You had no idea that you would be 7 years in. You just had a vision.
Yeah.
So with the vision that God bless you with, to see all that you have done is amazing. So while we're speaking on your baby, your company, Dreamless Hair, at 23, how was that beginning stage for you, starting the business that first year? Most people don't last longer than a year. So how was that first year for you?
That first year, if I can remember back, like, I feel like I was just in grind mode. I was doing any and everything. I was trying to, like, I had started following, like, Ming Lee, Snob Mob, April Diva Styles. Those were the two people that I followed, and even to this day, I still look to them like as inspiration, because they're still in this.
Yes.
So, and I kind of like took what they were doing or just researched different things. So it was just a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of trial and error, a lot of sampling hair, asking people to try it out, or asking for reviews. Because, you know, a lot of us, when we start out, we're scared to ask for reviews. We're scared to put ourselves out there to you know. So, and I think a lot helped with social media. Like, I wasn't on Instagram like that, and, you know, back then I feel like social media is way different compared to now versus then.
Yeah.
Like, you really have to have aesthetics. Back then, I could just post some shit and it just, like, it works.
Yes.
Now, you gotta have it planned out. It gotta look good.
Yes.
Like,
you gotta be on all the time.
I have stuff in archives. I'm just like, I wouldn't dare post this now. Because it's just like, I was really just saying, I'm posting this. Like, if I could show you the old stuff I had, I didn't have no brain color. I didn't have, it was just like me selling what I had.
Yes.
That's all I had.
And it worked. So it's like,
it worked.
Nobody cared about the aesthetics. Nobody cared about it has to be perfect. Nobody cared about, we just want to see these cute graphics. Girl, you posting, I got hair for sale. These are my prices. Who wants some?
Hair laying on my bed. my comforter is blue and brown.
Yes.
And these bundles just staying here.
But that was the realness, the rawness of what I missed when it was just like, you, like, people were selling t-shirts out their trunk. Like, nobody cared. If you was getting your bag, that's really all we cared about. Don't get me wrong, I love Instagram, but I think we've evolved because there's so many other apps that they gotta stand out. But man, back in them original Instagram days, you could post a picture of your drink, and the people are going crazy. That you got comments. So that was just a time when everything was real and raw. Not everything is all polished. I mean, granted, you can still show the behind the scenes. You can still show everything else. But back then, nobody cared. Nobody cared if it was perfect. Nobody cared about nothing.
But I feel like even when you show behind the scenes, you got to edit this. You know, you might have a little cut or some trash in here. Now you got to edit that out.
Yes.
And it's just like, the realness has went away some because, well, a lot. Because people like to see aesthetically pleasing pictures, photo shoots, like the lifestyle. You have to sell it to people.
Yes, and they want to see everything, not just now. It's not just the product. Now they want to know, who are you? They want to know what you doing every day. It's like, before y'all used to focus on the product. Now y'all want to know the person, which is good, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to talk. I want my brand to speak for itself. I want to be like you know, you go to Target, you don't know who owned the ketchup company. You just buying ketchup. So I think those days, those times are completely different. Now it's like, if you're not speaking for your brand, if you're not advocating, you're not you're not the face of it, it's kind of hard to sell it because people buy from stories. They buy from people. They don't just buy a product anymore. Especially with there being so many products, you got to stand out. So
that's very true.
Yeah, that's the difference of right now. So, like you said, there's a lot of hurdles, a lot of trial and error, trying different products. What was your biggest failure to date, and how did you bounce back from it?
I think my biggest failure to date is not knowing the proper structure for your foundation. Like, and I'm currently working on that now. So, like, automations, email marketing, SMS marketing, those things that we don't know that.
Yeah, nobody talk about that.
I'm just finding this out, and I'm 7 years in how important email marketing is, how important SMS marketing is, how important having automations in your business is. Those things that I wish I had known back then. I wish, you know, but like I said, everything is still trial and error. Like as a business owner, you always have to be a student. Like you can never not be a student.
Well, everybody say remain a student. Everybody say, like, I'm gonna keep learning. Somebody will get to year 7 like, girl, I've been in this 7 years, I know everything. How do you still remain humble and still remain like, I don't know everything?
Finding out that the back end of my business ain't where it needs to be. That's gonna really humble you. When you see all these people coming to your website or however you look at your analytics, and you see that you're not getting the sales, like, something's broken. That should just tell you right there that you don't know everything, because you're getting the people to your site, but they're not buying. So something's missing. And you know you have a bomb product. Something's not right. So that right there was telling me, okay, I need help.
So when being a student and trying to better your craft, learn more about your business, how do you weed out what to do. Like, I know everybody on Instagram, Facebook has a class. Everybody is a master in their craft. How do you really know, okay, this class might be worth it. This seminar is worth it. I should go to this event. How do you pick and choose things that you should partake in?
One thing I do is I follow this person. I follow people, and I watch them for a while.
Okay.
I see if they're consistent. Mm-hmm. One thing about somebody that knows their stuff, they're going to be consistent. They're not going to start something and then go away. Something and go away. Like, consistency. And a lot of people that really know their stuff, they normally go, what I've witnessed is that they go live a lot, giving out free information. Mm-hmm. So that's what helps. Or like they you jump in their DM, you don't know them from nowhere, and they still answer your question.
Yes.
Because some people like email me, or they just won't respond at all.
Yeah.
So it's like me reaching out saying, hey, I seen your live. I had a quick question, and they actually respond. That's just like, you make me comfortable enough to at least want to know more. Yeah. At least.
Exactly. Because before I just give all this money, I need to know, like, I mean, I know you can't guarantee something from a class, but I need to know that this is worth it. I need to know that this is not a waste of my time. I need to know that, because I'm investing time and money. So I get it. You can't just be buying everybody class, because I promise you, every day somebody dropping a class. But you want to make sure that who you take a class from is where you want to be, has a business that's actually successful, and not just selling something. Because there's a lot of people that's just selling stuff. So please be careful when on Instagram and taking all these classes, because you will take a class and be like, what was, I could have Googled this. Like,
yep. And also, just because you take a class and you may know something that they're teaching, like know it already.
Yeah.
Like, give it some time, because they're just they may just start out the class with that, just giving you the basics.
Yeah.
But if you give it some time, they'll maybe be able to teach you something that you don't know.
So what's one piece of advice that you would give to someone who wants to start a business this year?
One piece of advice, and I just gave this advice because somebody literally jumped in my DM and asked me. She said she wanted to start a business. And I said, whatever you do, be passionate about whatever business you want to start. So many people want to start a business because it looks good.
Yes.
Or they think it's easy. Mm-hmm. Or, I like wearing hair. It's going to be easy to sell hair.
Yes.
Nah.
It's not.
It's not. Unless you're somebody like Jada or Ari or a top influencer, then you need to make sure that you're very much passionate about whatever it is you want to sell. Don't sell, like, one thing that I don't understand when people are like, oh, I want to start a business, what should I sell? You shouldn't be asking them what you should sell, because they're going to give you what they want you to sell. Yeah. But it may not be something that you even like.
Yeah. And you just see it, you think like, oh, she's selling hair, she's making money, I'm going to try it. And then you might waste all this time and all this money, and you don't have the drive I have, you don't have the passion I have. It might be a waste of time for you. So don't look at somebody else and think, I'm going to do what you do. Because you're not her. She's not you. So that is so true.
Be passionate about whatever it is you want to do, because if not, then it's like you going to a 9-to-5, you really don't want to be there. Well, now you just invested your money into something that you don't even like. So
yeah. And that's how you get those people who every other month they start a new business. You went from hair to lashes, clothes, makeup. It's just like, and I get it. I'm all for trying things till they stick. But before you invest fully and give all this money, why not make sure up front, like, this is something I want to do before you do all of that. So just like she said, be passionate about it. And if you don't know, don't just start, because everybody just saying just start, just do something. It's not.
It's no.
Like you said, it'll help when, if I'm not getting sales, it's like, but I love this. I love, like, nobody's buying from me, but I feel, I know wholeheartedly. Because when you're doing it for money, you won't care about the product. You don't care. You really don't care. You will buy any lip gloss because it's like, I just want to flip it. And that's cool if that's what you're doing. But longevity.
I've been where I didn't make no sales. And that's also going to be, when you don't make sales, it's either going to make you or break you.
Ooh, yeah.
That's really going to make you or break you. Like, is this really what you want? Because it was never one time where I wasn't consistent with making sales that I said I'm going to give up. No.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It was like, okay, I need to figure out what it is that's broken on my end? Do I need to go back to the basics? Because you know, as an entrepreneur, you're always trying to try new things, but sometimes those trying new things may not work for you.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to go back to the basics and what was working for you, and stop trying to follow these trends that everybody else is doing, because that works for them.
What you see for others might not be for you.
Exactly.
And I know it's hard. Sometimes you see a trend like everybody doing reels. I'm going to post every reel. Girl, maybe reels is not your thing. That's okay. That is okay. We'll talk about it a little bit. So many people say that the beauty industry is so saturated, blah, 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 blah. Do you think you can build a successful business in the beauty industry in 2022?
Yeah, you just got to be different. You have to try to be different, but also not try to recreate the wheel.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you got to be in between.
Okay.
Like, you see how a lot of people are like, there's one girl I follow on TikTok. She's a hairstylist, but it's her personality, I think, that gets people.
Okay.
So it's like, if you have a person, because like I said, people buy into people.
That is so true.
So they're not just not looking at the product. They're actually looking at the person behind the product.
Yeah.
So if you could resonate on that level, you could, have a story behind you that somebody can like relate to. I think you can really make it in the beauty industry, because it's a growing industry.
Yeah.
It's still making tons of money, and it's going to continue to make tons of money. Like, tape-ins is now a huge thing now.
Yes.
Huge.
Yes.
So if you're not selling tape-ins, you need to start. Like, I know I'm going to start selling tape-ins soon.
Yes.
But before I sell anything, I also educate myself on it before I put it out there. And that's another thing. Educate yourself on whatever it is that you want to sell. Don't just throw it out there, because, believe it or not, when I first started selling hair, I didn't know how many of us, as in black women, did not know about weave like that.
Yeah.
I assume that since we love hair,
everybody knows.
We know hair.
Yeah.
But no, that's not true.
Yeah. That's so true. Because I don't know. You just go, I want to buy some hair. All right. And a stylist or someone else to educate you. And that's the good thing. When you know your industry, you know your product. When somebody asks you a question, you're not like, oh, let me ask my vendor. Because you know your product inside and out. You can look at your hair like, that's not even my hair. Or that is my hair. You're right. So that is it. You got to know your product inside and out. And you can make it if it's meant. Not because it's trendy. If it's meant for you to be in there, you can get in the beauty industry. How do you keep going when you don't see any progress? Because like you said, some days, some weeks you're not getting sales. How do you keep going during those times and not quit?
I remember my why, my purpose. I know that I don't want to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. Like, I know that for sure.
Yeah.
So the only way I'm going to get out of a 9 to 5 is if I work at Dreamless Hair. Yes. Make this work, figure out what's broken, get the help that I need to get, be consistent, be motivated, be persistent, get that mindset, because your mindset is everything. If your mind's not there, nothing else works.
Yes.
And taking that time to rest, because I'm the type of person that I'll just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going and don't rest. And you can't do that. And I'm learning that, like, you cannot. That's the easy way to crash out and burn out. And then now some people end up in the hospital, some people end up sick, things like that. You don't want that.
That's true. So you say you're a future millionaire, right? How big is speaking things before they're done, manifesting? Like, how big is that for you and your business?
It's huge. You see these posters behind me?
Yes.
I got angel numbers on here.
Yes.
I got a list on here.
Yes.
So it is big. And the crazy thing about it is I didn't used to do these things.
Okay.
Like, so when I start like reading into it, or always keep seeing like certain numbers, I was like, what does this mean? Because like we don't learn, like nobody teaches us about angel numbers, manifestation, speaking things into existence. Nope. Like
yeah.
My mom or dad never taught me about that.
Yeah.
It was just me reading these things and then finally like, I need to write this up. I write this out 3 times a day. If I do the 3-6-9 method and things like that, then, and keep going and making sure those negative thoughts, if you are thinking something negative, hurry up and change it to something positive.
Yes.
Stop worrying yourself, because, if things are meant to be, they're going to be. Or if something doesn't work out in your favor, just know that that probably wasn't it for you.
Yes. That's it. That's the one. That is it. You gotta speak it and believe it. Like, I know this. I know. And if it didn't work out, it wasn't meant for me. I'm not mad. Right. I'm not sad. You gotta change their minds, because your mind has so much power. If you wake up like today, man, I don't want to do today, your whole day will be trash. You wake up like today gonna be a good day. You really be like, oh, I really did have a good day today. Wow. So that tongue, your mind, please make sure it's all positive. And if it's not, like you said, change it real quick. Like, but that comes from being self-aware. You know when your thoughts like, why am I thinking this? Like, nope. Today I did this. Like, I got to work here. I got to work safely. I'm thankful. Some people didn't wake up today. I'm thankful. So
absolutely. And if you need to cry. And I'm learning that, because I'm just like, there'll be sometimes I'm like, I ain't crying in a minute, and then when I try to cry, I don't cry. I'm just like, but then it'll be some random time you just cry. You're like, why am I crying?
Yes, you be having to cry. You gotta get it out. Get it out while you can.
Feel those moments. Like, don't allow yourself to like throw those moments behind you. Feel it.
That is
like,
so.
Feel all of it. Let it all out, because that's probably all you really needed.
And once you cry, you be like, all right. Now let's go do it. Let's go attack it again.
Right.
I'm gonna try it one more time. Like, all right, I'm a thug. I cried. Like, I'm good. That's crazy. So, what's next for you? If I gave you a future ball and you could see your future 5 years from now, what do you see?
I still see Dreamless Hair being a top beauty brand, but I also would love to, once I get myself to where I need to be with my brand and actually can produce the numbers I want to produce, I want to help other businesses, like people starting out, because there's a lot of things that nobody gives us when we start out in business. There's a lot of things that I didn't know unless I read or took classes, or just following certain people, like being intentional on who I follow.
Ooh.
I follow lawyers now. Who would think that I would be on Instagram following business lawyers? You know, so I want to help people get the foundation of their business correct, so that they can grow and be able to, you know, make those numbers or do whatever it is they want to do in their business. So, and I feel like there's people out there, but it's so hard to trust people to help you do those things, because people can sell salt to a snail, and then when you get in their class, you like, this ain't what you advertised, or you said, or they're saying that they did these things and they really didn't.
Yes, they just be selling on ideas that they don't research and saw. Like, oh, okay, this is it.
Yes, and I would hate to. I don't want to be that person that if I didn't go through it, I can't teach you that. Like, I want to be the person that actually went through this, so I can show you step by step that it's possible.
You gonna get there. You gonna still have Dreamless Hair. You gonna be helping the people. Yes, I see all that. So, yes, I had y'all send me some questions, and y'all show up, baby. They asked a bunch of questions from this boss. So, we're going to change it to that. Somebody said, I'm struggling to pick a business. I know I want to be an owner, but I'm struggling. Any tips? And you talked about this earlier, because I know you said you can't ask what. So, how do you find a passion if you don't know?
But, like, what are some things you really love doing? Look at what you love doing. Write that down, what you love to do. And I'm pretty sure you could turn it into a business. If you love shopping, clothing boutique.
Yes.
If you love makeup artist.
Yep.
If you love graphic designing and you love making a graphic designer.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things you could really turn any hobby into a business. But again, you have to be passionate and love it, because this is something you are investing in. This is not you going to an interview and trying to sell yourself. This is you taking your money out of your own pocket or wherever you're getting your money. Even if you're taking out a loan, you're going to have to own that loan.
Yeah.
So make sure whatever it is that you want to do, make sure that you're passionate about it. Make sure you love it. Just write down all the things that you love doing. Not like love.
Yeah.
And see how you can turn and say, can this be a business?
And I'm pretty sure it can, because everything is a business at this point.
Absolutely.
Somebody said, none of my friends ever buy my lip gloss. Does that mean I should cut them off?
No. I have people that don't buy for me. I have family members that don't buy for me. I have all of that. No. Just know that when you get to where you want to be,
Yep.
they gonna want to buy it, but I'm not gonna say it's gonna be too late, but it's just like, oh, now you want to buy?
Yep.
Oh, but I'm gonna sell it to you for price stuff.
Yes. And that, but then again, support look other ways. So if they don't buy from you, do they post your stuff? Do they show up for
Think
you?
about that stuff too.
Do this other stuff.
Yeah, because support comes in multiple ways. It just sucks that I'm pretty sure they got some lip gloss. I'm pretty sure they wear lip gloss.
And you can always ask, like, they might tell you, like, girl, lip gloss is chalk. Your friends might be honest. They might tell you, girl, well, I'm just, I tried your lip gloss, I ain't like it, or whatever. So ask them, hey, girl, hey, friend, I see you never bought my lip gloss. Is it anything like you want to tell me? And if they'll tell you, if y'all are real friends, a real friend will be like, girl, I don't know what she would say because I don't know why she didn't buy a lip gloss, but she can tell you if it's a reason. Somebody said, do you think it's worth it to buy a vendor or waste money finding your own?
When I started, I did a lot of Google searching.
Okay.
I started with probably 5 companies, asked for samples. So you can go either way, but just be mindful. If somebody says they have a vendor with over 100 vendors on there, just know I'm pretty sure they did not test out 100 vendors.
No.
Keep that in mind when somebody says I have all these vendors. Whoever this person is, they can reach out to me. I have some vendors. Okay. I did not try all of them, but I can give you some that at least 3 that I think are good. You're just gonna have to really try them, and you can reach out to them. Ask for samples. Yeah. They may give you some samples, but you may have to pay for shipping.
Okay. That's not bad. You still get to try products.
Right. Is it somebody that's into hair?
She didn't say. She just said, do you?
Oh, okay. Well then, if they're not into hair, then nah. I may have some vendors like, back in long time ago when you could actually get hair vendors from trustworthy people. Yeah. Now people just be throwing stuff on here. Links don't work. Hair raggedy stuff. If the vendors don't.
And you pay $100 for a vendor that they don't even use.
Right. But I will say do a mix.
Yeah.
Do your research because the internet's free. You ain't wasting no money by Googling.
Yeah. Yeah, but like you said, you gotta study your craft. Study your craft. It might be easier to just go buy a vendor list and buy the hair. You don't know. You still gonna have to try out vendors. If I give you a list of 100 people, what you gonna just pick one? You still gotta try it out. So,
exactly, because ain't no review behind that. There's somebody that sold you a vendor with 100 people in there, and you don't know what's good or what's bad.
So you might want to just waste a little money if you can. Somebody said, do you think you have to be the face of your brand for it to be successful?
I'm not the face of my brand. I'm successful whenever I want to be. So I think it's a mix. Like I said, people want to know who the person is behind the brand. So you are going to have to put yourself out there at some point. Mm-hmm. And like when I post myself, I think I get a lot of good reactions from it. Yeah. So, and I'm telling you this from a person that did not want to put myself out there. You are going to have to put yourself out there. Even if you don't want to, because I did not want to. I really did not want to.
Yeah. Yep, did not.
But like I said, when I post myself and I'm going to get used to going live, things like that. So, it's a yes and no thing. You just have to gotta do it.
Yes, push yourself to do it. You never know. People might, see that face and go crazy. Somebody said, how do you define success?
This question stumped me. I guess one way that I define success is always just showing up. You gotta show up.
Yes.
Even out on your most successful, motivated day, you have to show up. Another way I can define success for me is putting myself out there as far as like, don't be the type of business owner where you think it's competition. I mean, we all have competitors within your industry. Yeah. But don't be that person that you can't put the ladder down to allow people to come up with you.
Yes.
Like, don't be afraid of that. because there's numbers in us working together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I would define success. Like putting yourself out there, showing up. Never be afraid of bringing that next person up with you.
Yeah, because who said only got to be one millionaire?
I'm not trying to be the only one millionaire, because then who I'm going to have, like...
Who going to be my friend?
Right. Hello?
Yes.
I mean, we can all win.
We can all win. You don't have to be catty. People make it like females can't work together, but it's like, no, we can. As long as we don't have the mindset of just it can just be one of us, we will be fine. We will be fine. So that is amazing. Somebody said, I'm very aggressive with my business, but I find myself showing up aggressively outside of business. How do you think being a boss has affected your love life?
Well, I don't even have a love life right now, because I feel like being a boss, it's like now that you are an entrepreneur, you level up in what you want.
Yeah.
You don't want to deal with what you were dealing with. Not saying that somebody has to come with everything in order.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I'm doing this, I need you to be at least somewhere near that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't be an entrepreneur and you just sitting here on the side.
Yeah.
That's just not going to work. It's like we have to be able to feed off one another. Like, if you're telling me you want all these things out of life, and then you just go sit on the couch and just not doing nothing. But you see me here busting my ass.
Yeah.
And that don't give me no motivation. We not going to work. Mm-mm. We just not going to work. Or you have those guys that are like, oh, you big money. Now. But we just messed up that.
Leave. If he said that, grab your bag. Because, baby, no. No. That means you about to be taking care of a grown man.
I've been reading that, like, when you're on Facebook and people ask, like, well, what do you do when you start dating people? Do you tell them this? Do you tell them that? And so I was like, I get to the point where I don't even start off the conversation as that.
Yeah.
Like, I won't if we make it, like, later down the line, then I'll ease that in. But it's like, you know, because some guys are intimidated by that, especially if they don't think they're on your level like that. The next thing you know, you have somebody probably saying, well, I need you to, you know, quit your business or something like that. Like, wait, hold on. Bye. I'm going to quit you before I quit my business.
Yeah, it takes a certain kind of man to handle that. Because, girl, you're not aggressive. You running the business. No. If a man tell you too aggressive, like, that's a red flag right there. Because how you going to tell me I'm too aggressive? You're not aggressive enough.
Right.
Any man that really has all his ducks in a row, his stuff together, he not gonna call you aggressive. Because as much as we say, I don't want to broke this, don't no man want no broke female. And I want them to stop acting like they do. Because they don't. You don't. You don't want somebody who needs you. You want somebody who, that's gonna get tired and exhausted. So, girl, you are okay. You are okay.
Absolutely.
Somebody said, how do you post so much content? I'm struggling to keep up with this IG algorithm.
Girl, it's a mindset thing. It's a creative. You have to be creative. You have to, and this goes with, you have to follow people in your industry too, to get ideas. Not that you're copying them, but seeing what they post helps. Yep. You create ideas, because if you see somebody, like, if you're in the hair industry, I follow Ming Lee, Style Mob, April Diva Styles, Kendra Boutique, and all of them. When you see what they post, you can kind of get an idea of what you want to do next. The best thing you can do, which I'm learning now in this marketing course that I am, is figure out whatever it is. Figure out a focus product of that month. Yeah. So say like this month, my focus product is my cleansing duo, which is my shampoo and my conditioner. Yeah. So in the beginning of the month, I focused on the duo together. Okay. The second week, I just did the shampoo. Mm-hmm. The third week, I did the conditioner. Now, next week, I'm going to do the duo again, and then I may add a little offer at the end. So, it's the easiest way, which I'm literally just learning this, is focus on one product per month. Yes. And make your content based off that one product. Because what I learned also is somebody needs to see your product at least 7 times to actually buy from you.
Oh, that's a word. 7 times. So if you post it once a month, girl, you ain't gonna get...
You're set. You get nothing. You may get lucky because somebody may have been watching you.
Yes.
But for you get nothing.
Especially with this new algorithm, you don't even see all the posts that your people that you follow post. So
exactly.
You really gotta beat 7 times. 7 times. That's the word.
And don't be too salesy. Start, because memes work, quotes work, educational posts.
Yes.
If you clothes, how can I wear this outfit 5 different ways? Hairstyles, a hairstyle that can be worn in 5 different ways. People like to know tutorials, things like that.
Yeah.
So take one thing and make it into 10 things.
Yes, it's not just posting a product. It's so many things you could do.
At all.
You gotta play with Instagram. Look at, like she said, people that you follow. Somebody said, do you think you have to have a lot of followers to have a successful business?
No.
Yeah.
That's where your email marketing and SMS marketing come into play.
Yeah.
Like, my SMS marketing has over 900 people on there. That don't mean all those 900 people follow me. My email marketing has over 1,000 people in there. That don't mean all those 1,000 people follow me.
Yep.
So you have to use all these different sales channels to generate that. You can have an audience on Twitter. You can have an audience on Pinterest. You can have an audience on Facebook. You can have an audience on Instagram. You can have your audience, your SMS. Clearly, they're signed up to your SMS and email for a reason.
Because there's a lot of people who got a whole bunch of followers, but do they have a whole bunch of money?
Don't ever think that your followers equal dollars. The only people that really count for that is big brands and influencers.
You gotta remember, everybody in the world is not even on Instagram. So you might be reaching somebody else who don't have an Instagram. I know we think that everybody on social media, but they're not. They're not,
and that's where paid ads come to play. I'm not into paid ads yet, but paid ads get you audience from all over. It generates based on your back end, which I'm learning my back end. Based on what your customers avatar, it pulls that in there.
Followers.
And you get some people buying from you they ain't never seen before in a whole other state.
Yep. That don't follow you. So
that
don't follow you. So like she said, it's more to marketing than just Instagram. So make sure you take a class, learn that, study all of it. That goes with studying a business. You want to learn, how am I going to sell this business? It's not just Instagram. Somebody said, do you think it's important to surround yourself around other entrepreneurs? None of my friends own a business.
I think it is important, and I'm currently in that boat. A lot of my friends do not own businesses, but I am currently putting myself out there to, be around people that do, because it's hard to have certain conversations when they're not doing the same thing as you.
Yep.
Like, we all may have went to school together and all got degrees together, but when it comes to business, it's it's a different kind of conversation. Not saying they don't want to own a business, but they're not there yet, and I'm already there. So it's like I'm steps ahead. The only thing I can do is give you advice or what to do or what not to do, but you have to actually do the work. So I'm currently putting myself out there to surround myself with others that know more than me, that I can give them value, or them give me value. You gotta yoke one another in friendships.
That don't mean cut them off or nothing, but you want to just, like she said, put yourself out there, expand your circle, expand where you're going, go to different events, go to different places that you don't normally go. So you can definitely find some more friends who have a business, and as long as you're not there trying to just talk their ear off and get free game.
Exactly. That's right here.
Yeah, because nobody want to hang with nobody who every time I'm around you, you want to just take information from me. Nobody want that. Think about if you were in their shoes.
We want to have fun. We like having fun too as business owners. We had when I first met Dymond, we was in Atlanta. I didn't know her before that.
Yes. We was having a ball. Yes. Somebody said, I started my hair company in 2019, but struggling to get consistent sales. When do you know it's time to give up on a business?
I don't know. I don't.
If you're not passionate about it,
yeah.
2019, that's 2 years ago. 3 years ago. So it's kind of like, have you tried everything? I think only only she knows that, because it's kind of like, Did I start this for money? Did I start this because I'm passionate about it? Once you answer that,
your why, your purpose,
mm-hmm.
that goes into play. If only thing you got into business was for money, then I think that's where you lost yourself right then and there. Because like I said, there's going to be a lot of time you do not make money. You either make money, you don't make money, or you break even.
Yep.
Those are the three options you got. And the time when you don't make money, that's going to test you the most.
No.
That's going to test you the most. I can't tell you when do I think you should give up because I ain't going to never be there.
Oh, that's a you question. I don't only you know.
Yeah, I can't give you no advice on that, but
if you asking that, maybe it's time. I don't know though.
Then pray on it and go from there. Because you know in your heart what you want to do. Yeah. And you're probably not trying to face that. So, yeah.
All right, so that was all y'all questions. Y'all asked a lot. She gave a lot of free game here. We're going to do a quick this or that, and I'm going to let you go, okay?
All right.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
Fresh Prince or Martin?
Ooh. I'm going to have to go with Martin.
Okay. Morning riser or night owl?
Night owl.
A beach or a city vacation?
Beach.
You want the wealth or the love?
I'm going to take the wealth.
I'm going to take, ain't nothing wrong with that. Take the money.
I'm going to take the wealth. I got love.
I can find the love.
The wealth. I'm ahead of love. I'm going to take the wealth first.
Yep. What final words do you have for the people?
Believe in yourself. Don't look for validation from others. If you are looking to start a business, worry about quality over quantity. Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
All right, so thank you so much for doing this. I know you was nervous and it was no need. We learned a lot, y'all. Shop Dreamless Hair. They have wigs. They have bundles. They got care. She got tape-ins coming. She got clip-ins. I'm going to have all her information down below. And y'all can go shop, follow her, connect with her. Like she said, slide in her DM. You're not going to get all the free game, but you can get some of it. Okay? So thanks so much. You have a good night, and I'm going to let you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alrighty, you guys, that does it with my talk with Shaneika. I feel like I learned so much from her. She's been in the business for 7 years, and through all the trials and tribulations, she still remains a student. And she just has so much knowledge. I'm so glad I got to do this with her. I didn't know how much I missed doing these. I haven't done one of these in almost a year. And I'm so happy that I pushed myself to bring them back. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And everything for you to connect with Shaneika or Dreamless Hair will be down below in the description box. Bye.